So basically, right now I have two things showing me. This is the scanner itself. The backend is the desktop platform, which we can see who has access and so on. But from your point of view, in order to ship an order, you would get the order. We're going to assume that it has a barcode. For now, I'm going to show you what to do if it doesn't have a barcode. Eventually, hopefully, it'll have a barcode. So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to click on outbound, which is what I'm doing on this scanner here. What you're seeing on the screen is just this scanner. You would scan the order number for the purpose of loading the order into the scanner. In this case, we don't have the barcode, so I'm going to type it in. If you type it in, you have to type every single character, obviously. So 5 zeros, 32889, 32889, and then you press a little blue arrow, which is the enter key, basically. It's not obvious, but that's what it is. So when you do that, what the scanner is doing is checking first in SwiftCount to see if the order is there. If the order is not there, it goes and grabs it, and it will show you the items that are on it. If I refresh the backend here, just to show you what's happening on the backend at the same time, that order also came onto the backend. Because the backend and this is actually the same thing. What you're looking at here is the same as if you see an order on here, it has to be on the backend. And the reason I want to show you the backend is as I'm starting to pick it, somebody in the office can actually see that order and you'll see the percentage of completion of the shipping. So I haven't started yet. So I would go to the first item. So from here, if the item had a barcode, I would just scan the barcode of the item. And what would happen is whichever item I've scanned would then open up like this. Okay, once it opens up, it'll show you the location is always going to be for you don't even have to worry about the location because you don't have another one. So the only thing you need to worry about is lot number. So you tap on the lot number and you have to select which lot number you're shipping. So in this case,
one, out of the 73.
So which item are we looking at here?
061.
061. So that's the one you need 15. So you would select the lot number. You would go to the box. Yeah, they are there from before. So we can add them or whatever. So I would say you put on skid 1 and you're putting 15. So 15 is 555. If you have a funny number, you can always bring in the calculator. But you can use those numbers to go up or down. You can use 12. You can use a little clear in the middle. It's very handy, that keyboard. It's kind of funny looking, but it actually works really well. So 15 is just 3 times 5. Okay, and if you're good with that and you have it on the right skid, you can just say okay.
So you said it's not showing us where you're tapping. Did you tap the check mark?
So I'm going to show you on the computer. So then I would go to the next item. Let's say I'm going to go to the bottom item that you need 15 on. Same idea here. First thing I need is a lot number. So again, the lot number you have to pick whichever one. Let's say we pick it from this one. Doesn't really matter. Then you go to box. So you tap on the box. You select which box. So let's put it on a new box. So because I don't have a skid 4, for example, I would click on the plus. Because this is a search box. What I'm doing here right now, because I click on the plus, it wants me to add a new box number. Every time you do something, there's always a little check box that needs to be. So I have to put in the box number because I'm creating a new one.
But we're putting it on the same skid as the 15 cases that you just picked.
Well, here I'm not, but we could have.
You just reselect skid 1.
Okay.
Yeah, so I've put it on skid 4. The third one I'll pick on the same skid. Doesn't matter. Okay?
Right.
It's just a demo thing here. And then, so I've picked the lot number, picked my skid. Now I need to pick my quantity. Now, in theory, my quantity doesn't have to be the full quantity. If I don't have room on skid 4, I could have put 10 on skid 4 and 3 on skid 3. It doesn't matter. It's just a piece of information. The program doesn't care what you do. It just records what you tell him that you're doing. That's all it is. Okay, so again, here I need 15. And when I'm accepting it, I'm checking that box at the bottom here.
Okay.
Okay, so basically it goes back to the main screen. And it's showing me here, we've got 50, exactly 60% because we shipped 30 out of 50, that's 60%. It just makes a calculation based on the total. And if somebody wanted to see it, they actually can go in here and click on view. And here again, we have the same filter where you can see either what's been shipped or what's not been shipped. But here shipped 15, shipped 15, shipped 0. And you can even go further and click on view again, and you'll be able to see what lot number. So this is important here. Right now it's in a status called unprocessed. Unprocessed means he's working on it. It hasn't finished yet. Once he processes it, so from here I could still go and delete it. I can also delete it from the desktop, from the scanner. So if you make a mistake here, you can always go into the little icon here, and you'll see what you've scanned so far. If you want to remove it, just tap and hold. And hold. Supposed to. No, you have to go inside and then change the quantity. Because it's lot numbered. If it was lot number, you would be able to tap and hold. But I'm not doing it here, but then to go back, just go back here. At the top, there was a little arrow to go back.
Yeah.
There's always that. Okay, so I need the last one. So the last one, I'm going to put on the same skid. So let's say I put it on whatever, skid 4 as well. And here I need 20, so I'll do my 20. And what did I forget here?
Lot code.
Doesn't matter which order you do it in, it just has to be. Now, let's see what would happen if I had done this. Select the lot number, because it's a lot numbered item, it won't let you do it without a lot number. So select the lot number. Now the box, it's not going to prompt you, because the box is not a mandatory field. So if you forget the box, you're on the block.
For SOL.
You're SOL. Okay, again, I'm going to click on the box, on the checkbox at the bottom here. And the order is now complete. So the final step on that order is to click on process. It's not processed yet. In order to process it, I need to confirm it. Before I confirm it, in my case today, I want to go to advanced option. I've got to set the status as no change. I'm leaving it like that because we're just playing right now, and I want you to be able to go back in that sale and remove those items. In normal terms, I think, once you start using the system, we'll want to have this show as shipped so that you can identify in Spire which orders have already been shipped. Because from your point of view, you've picked it, you're ready to ship it. You're done. It's on the skid, it's ready to go. The only thing that's missing is the paperwork. Okay, so again, that's how we want it. It remembers the last setting. So if I left it at ship, next time it would be shipped. But for today, I'm going to put at no change. Just remember when you start using it.
Yeah, how do I do that? Where do I go?
So before you you click process, it's ready to go. It's just waiting for you to say confirm.
Okay.
Before you say confirm, there is a little plus that says advanced options. And advanced option right now, I sell the status as no change. The print packing slip right now is not working from the scanner. Update integration you always want. That's where you want to update Spire.
Yeah.
The only time you wouldn't want to update integration is if you already invoiced it in Spire and it's not going to work. So you turn it off. Also, right now we don't see it, but there is another one here called close sale. What close sale does, it only appears if the sale wasn't shipped complete. So it's not here because I shipped it complete. What close sale does, it's important to understand that, is that if you don't ship it complete and you say close sale, whatever you didn't scan, if you had quantity committed in Spire, it would zero it out because it's assuming you're not shipping it. So you want to make sure that you don't invoice the customer for it. Okay, but in your case, you probably don't commit to quantities. So that works because in Spire, by default, when you ship something, it's always committed if you have on-hand quantity, not for lot numbered item, for regular item. So that's why we have to have that close sale, because some people are saying, I only ship 2 items and my customer is being invoiced for 4. Which is better if you invoice it for more than if you invoice it for less, but still not good.
It's even better if they pay it.
If they pay it, it's even better.
Yeah, I guess the only customer that would apply to would be popcorn, where sometimes we ship not incomplete orders because they need the stuff right away.
But the better way of doing it is if you're not going to ship something, you can actually go here. You can actually go to the item itself. So let me just go back to the order. So when I went to ship the item, let's say I wasn't going to ship this item, I could have just checked this and it says you're about to ship pick 0. So you can tell him I'm not shipping it. That's a better way of doing it than because then there is no confusion. You know you're not shipping it. It's just an option.
And that works too if we just short, like if there were 50 in the
Of
stock.
course. if it works short, it works by default. You don't have to do anything. You're shipping, you have an order for 15, you're
12.
shipping 10.
Yeah.
Whatever you put in is what's going to go Inspire.
Okay.
But the only time it's confusing is if you don't ship it at all and you don't close the order, and the system doesn't really know that you're finished with the order. It thinks maybe somebody else is working on it.
Mhm.
So the option is either you put 0, telling the system I'm not shipping it, period, or you close the order, meaning that's all I'm shipping for today, the rest don't even put it. If it was committed, backorder it. If it's already backorder in your case, I'm going to change anything because it was backordered to begin with. But in the case where you'd have a bunch of items and they're all committed already Inspire, and you don't ship them, and you're not, you want to make sure that you backorder them if you're not shipping them, obviously. Okay. So again, so then the process here would be to finalize the process would be on process. From your case, we will change it to ship when we're ready by clicking on the advanced
Yeah.
options.
Yeah,
For now, I'm going to leave it at no change.
yeah.
And then you hit confirm. As soon as you hit confirm, it goes back to Spire, assigns those quantity in the committed quantity, assigns those lot number, and eventually will change the status of the order to shipped. And that will work if the order is not open in Spire. If the order is open in Spire, it's going to give us an error message.
You mean if it's physically open on the
Open
screen?
on the screen, yes. Because it's trying to talk to Spire. Just like if another user is trying to change an order that's open on the screen, it's going to... Okay, it wasn't open, so it's fine. So now that order is processed, the next step would be for somebody in the office to realize that order is shipped, either by you giving him back the paperwork or whatever, or them looking on the screen. And now when you go on to, oh shoot, sorry, it imported all your orders because I turned on automation. Because I said to sync automatically, it started importing all your orders from Spire automatically.
Mm-hmm.
That's not something I recommend because what happens is, actually we'll want that, but so let me just stop the recording because that's not really relevant. I'm just gonna. So when you first log into Outbound, what you see is the actual orders. So if you were working on multiple orders, whatever you've scanned to load into the scanner, that's what it does. And when you scan it, it not only brings it in here, but then it goes in the order. What I mean by in the order is that in the detail of the order. So you have a header. So on the first screen, you see all your orders, just like a piece of paper that's piled in. Then the detail is you grab one of them and you look inside. That's why I'm here. And then when you go to the product, then you have the detail of the product itself. So those are the 3 levels. Okay. So if you're working on multiple orders, you just have to make sure that you go back to the master list of your orders here. And then you go from one to the other to the other. Once you finish an order, you process it. Once you process it, it won't be there anymore. As long as you don't process it, it's going to stay there. Okay?
Those lots won't be committed in Spire yet.
The lots are not committed in Spire until it's processed. Yeah. Yeah.
So I think we really need, for this to work for us, we really need to get the numbers in Swift count to reflect what
What you've already picked. Yeah.
Picked.
Okay.
Otherwise, it won't work for us. You know, I don't think it's going to work for us.
Oh, yeah, no, I agree.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Let me see what we can do about that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. And if possible, sooner rather than later, so we don't forget all of this.
Yeah.
You know how human memories work, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Because we would like to start using it and get